All right, we got our first viewer. So I'm gonna try this new thing, guys, where I recap the stories from last night. Now, starting with the first story, and I'm also gonna show you guys videos and such, some of which are already available on YouTube. What's up, Alejandro? We were just talking on WhatsApp. Yeah, so I hit the road. There's a 2-alarm fire in Washington Heights, I believe. Why do I not have the photo here? Anyway, here's the job. All right, so I get there. Fire's already under control, right? So not much as far as flames or smoke or anything crazy like that. So of course, I put the best footage first. Eventually, actually, I'll take you to where when I first arrive. When I first arrive, I see these cute dogs, and you know, those are always nice to get. Story is they made it out safely out of the fire, you know. So there's the Chihuahua there as well. I like how the FDNY is in the background. Got a bulldog here too. So anyway, this was later too when the Red Cross went to give folks blankets. Just some nice wide shots of vertical shots, I should say, of the building, including this one, which is a really super low angle. That's why I like my camcorder to be a flat bottom, where I can able to place that camera on the road or whatever as needed. Let's see, more nice wide shots of the fire. I got this guy who's actually a fire buff slash a FDNY applicant.
I was walking by, I heard the call over the radio, but I was walking by and
see, he heard the call on the radio. He has a radio, so he's not playing.
Businesses on the first floor.
Legit fire buff right here.
And there was, yeah, the nail salon and the agents next to it.
So yeah, he knew what he was talking about. Definitely, it's always nice when fire buffs comment, you know.
And there was some activity going on in the third. There wasn't.
So let's see what. All right. Yeah, he talks for a while. There's some folks trying to get back into their apartments, arguing with the cops. Hey, yo, let me in. I live there, yo. You know, come on. They taped off. There's a fire alarm there for a reason, guys. Yeah, just more like FDNY putting away the hoses and all that kind of stuff. Try to get as close as I can, you know. Just a lot of fire under control kind of stuff going on here. Shot of the minor flooding that happened in the apartment. Guys, I will make this public later today, or I believe Pix11 actually did buy this video. So for some reason, they're having some drama with Tribune and Spectrum, so I can't even watch Pix11 on Spectrum anymore. So guess I'll have to check it out on their website, right? So yeah, putting away the hoses. Red Cross folks, this is when they actually show up at the later. That's when they do the blankets on the folks and all that kind of stuff. Apparatus is leaving. That means fire trucks for anyone who isn't a fire buff or whatever. Apparatus is leaving. You see that? I don't know if anybody knew this, but there's a second driver on the back of this. I forget the name of this fire truck. Fire buffs, where are you? Help. Tiller ladder. Yes, I remembered. Okay, so when the Red Cross shows up, then they're able to give those folks blankets and such. Oh, wait a minute, where is that? There we go, right? Now, also at the end of, right before I leave, guess what happens? The EMS goes in and they take a firefighter, probably smoke inhalation, injured. I do believe he was transported. Don't think it was an RMA. I don't think he signed a refusal. So it was funny. He went to go talk to his coworkers, fellow members, and his other members were joking around saying, "Oh, give him the defibrillator, or better let him lie down on the stretcher." Just still cracking jokes, you know. Gotta love the camaraderie they have there. Oh, by the way, there's an overturned vehicle in Brooklyn right now. I don't think there's a trap though. So anyway, I think that was an injured firefighter there, and there was another one that's treated, I believe, in the MIRV, right here, yeah. So that's all for this job. So I go feed this job, and then what else pops up? I think I'll go post for a while, and then what happens is, let's see. What was the second job? Okay, we're just gonna go with this because I'm not sure if I can recall it. So there's a CI request, collision investigation. This pedestrian was allegedly struck by a hit-and-run driver at 2 a.m., 2 o'clock in the morning. And then, what's up, Michael Luna? Hey, Chicago, what do you guys call that? Chi-Town, right? It sounds, or Chi-Town? It sounds crazy, the amount of shootings over there. I bet it doesn't make the news unless it's multiple shootings. Kind of like here as well, I mean, here sometimes one person will be shot and that will make the news. So anyway, this pedestrian was hit. So, okay, I put this in on accident because I thought this trailer was going to hit that white car there because of such a narrow street, but I forgot to take it out, but I guess you can enjoy that as well. So this pedestrian was hit at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then at 2 hours later, 4 o'clock in the morning, I guess their condition in the hospital became so bad, they transmitted that, I don't know who did that, division or highway, requested a collision investigation. Upon arrival of the highway sergeant, shown here, a guy with the boots, Chevron sergeant. Oh, wait a minute, there's a sinkhole in Queens right now? What's going on? I need to go to bed. Anyway, and this is the highway sergeant's awesome RMP. Wait, where is that? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Is that sexy or what? Great thing about these two vehicles, they take the Interceptor wheels, which is totally awesome. Ford Fusion, don't fit those wheels. Sorry. However, I did hear you can buy the stock rims for the Ford Fusion and simply force a Crown Vic center cap like that to fit the Ford Fusion one. Anyway, so the collision investigation for this job ends up being canceled, and yeah, I go to the next job. I want to see who's saying something. Hell yeah, getting one soon. Getting me one soon. Oh, what? The Taurus? Chicago crimes. I live in New York. It's really cool to see it close up because the news doesn't show this much. Princess Beyonce, definitely not. Because if you do watch local news, you will see only the top stories. You won't see all the stories. Now, the best way to know about all the stories is your local paper, like your local neighborhood paper. Like in Brooklyn, it might be the Brooklyn Eagle. Staten Island, it might be the Staten Island Advance, for example, you know. Those also feature Loud Labs photography. So that's one way. Another way is to follow local stringers who supply the media, the news, TV with video and photography. And not only stringers, but also photographers who might work for Daily News, New York Post, etc. Google user, what is this? This is a recap of last night's stories, or jobs, as we say in New York City. Let's see. Adam, is Scott still in New York City? From what I understand, Scott was here on a family vacation. And vacations tend to be pretty quickly. Let's see. All right, let's go on. So what do I do after this job? I believe I heard about a, what's up, FD Olin? I did hear about counterterrorism calling in, requesting an additional unit, a 1085, in regards to a perp collared or assaulted for assault. Did I say that right? Counterterrorism unit called in an 85 in regards to a perp that was collared for assault. This is our guy right here. This is the perp. Perp is a male black K wearing a black Nike hoodie, gray hat. He has glasses, K, and a septum piercing. Punched the cabbie in the face, K, through the plexiglass hole in the partition in the yellow taxi, K. That's my dispatcher impression. Let's get to the video. This video is already available on YouTube. I made it public. I know it's not a breaking news story, but guess what? Our #1 video is... Wait a minute, damn it. That's not the video. Our #1 video on YouTube is NYPD chasing and arresting 3 people, including the security guard at McDonald's. That is almost, I want to say, hitting 1 million views. We just need your help. I think we need maybe 30 to 40,000 more views or hits. So I hear about this assault, counterterrorism, of all people to get arrested by. This guy gets arrested by counterterrorism officers in Times Square. And so but I have no idea what's going on. I show up, I see a yellow taxi and a male perp under arrest. This is the scene. This is what I see. Male perp under arrest. He's smiling, laughing like, hey, I had to do what I had to do. I punched the cabbie in his mother effing face. I don't know if he said that, but so, you know, that's why he got arrested, because he punched the cabbie in his face. And, you know, I spoke to this cabbie, this yellow taxi driver, and he said that he took him from 49th Street to Times Square. And this guy said, and when it came time to pay the $6 fare, by the way, $6 fare, he told the cabbie, oh, I don't have my bag, and I can't pay the fare. So cabbie tells him, hey, look, you have to pay the fare. Guy does not pay the fare. So that prompts him. Oh yeah, J. Cole Pollard, yeah. So it is a perp, etc. So police say perp. NYPD says perp when news organizations or the news or the TV, whatever, when they write stories, they will usually use suspect for the story, depending on how politically correct they are. I know a local Brooklyn paper who always likes to say perp. Maybe it's quick and easy to say. Maybe it's one syllable. Maybe they don't like being politically correct. I don't know. But hey, if someone is confirmed to have assaulted somebody, are they a suspect or are they a perpetrator? Something to think about, you know? So what happens? This guy gets arrested, and they take him away. No questions. No question, he was the perp. So I spoke to this taxi driver. By the way, Mount Sinai bus shows up. Yeah, we call ambulances buses. He gets treated by EMS. The cabbie, I do believe he signs a refusal because he comes back right out of that ambulance, and they ended up transporting nobody. You know, so that's pretty much it for this job. So pretty much the guy didn't want to pay a $6 fare, sticks his arm through the glass partition in a yellow taxi, and punches the cabbie in the face. What kind of guy does that? So cabbie sees counterterrorism, the NYPD's elite counterterrorism unit. He just like flags him down, right? And they come and arrest the perp, you know? Like you would think you wouldn't punch a cabbie in the face if you see a bunch of counterterrorism officers right there in Times Square, which that is their role, one of their roles is to discourage anyone from trying some shit. Did any of you hit on an elevator shaft call? J. Cole, I don't believe so. And if I had to blame something, it would be the severity of the guy's injuries. Because, you know, death sells, which is an unfortunate reality. It's a cold, hard reality in the stringer business. Death sells. So, let's see. So after that job, I hear about this FiDi fire. Anyone know FiDi means Financial District, Wall Street, etc., whatever, Lower Manhattan, whatever you want to call it. FiDi is just too easy to say. So roll to that fire. My ETA, 10 minutes or less. So I do love early arrival. Who doesn't? You get flames, you get fire trucks showing up. It's awesome. One World Trade Center right here, by the way. And yeah, that's actually not, this shot was actually taken later. I just like to begin with, you know, street signs and a nice opening wide shot, right? So this is actually the early arrival. I just got here and boom, Rescue 1 shows up. Awesome. We do love the FDNY Rescue Battalion. How do I make this video darker? Whatever. Anyway, do love these walking shots. It's pretty much, you know, it's like you're a first person kind of perspective. You're rolling with the firefighters to the fire. That's always nice. Oh, wow, there's a fire in Queens for a ruptured high pressure gas. Something, by the way. Anyway. So, what's up, Kecker? So, anyway, yeah, it's fires. Suddenly, this happens. Boom. Heavy smoke condition coming up from underneath the basement there. And let's see. They also, you notice they all start to walk away. They're like, oh shit, let's get away from that smoke. And some of them start to put their, I believe it's Nomex, 5 retardant hoods over their mouths. I brought my smoke mask, but I didn't get to use it because the smoke wasn't that bad. It was only in that area. So now they're assigned to the other side of the building. So they grab the Stoke stretcher here. And yeah, they go through the smoke. This is actually a pretty cool shot. It's actually one of my cover photos for the video. J. Cole, that is correct. Tons of hits is an understatement for that backdraft video. Don't ask me how much I made. All right, I'll tell you how much. $100 total. Just kidding. Anyway, firefighters going to the other side of the building here, and what they have here is just an alternative side of the building. Actually, this is the same side. I just cut to the forced entry here with the saws. They got to get in, and they will get in one way or another. That's your forced entry with the saws. Let's see. So we're going to the other side of the building here, and what we do notice is this scene. Wait a minute. I think this is still the same side of the building. All right. Yeah, this is a long video. It's about 17 minutes. I just felt it was going nowhere after maybe 30 minutes of being here, so I left. And nobody was injured, of course. Nice walking shots. I've been playing around with those lately because my camcorder stabilization is nice. I can just hold the camera on my side and just walk. This is the other side of that building. So it's pretty much all B-roll at this point. You get some nice tight shots. Right, here's something that I've never seen before. I had no idea that these spin around doors, or whatever you want to call them, had the ability to do this, but he was making these turning doors into open doors. If I can, there we go. Check this out. I didn't know that was a thing. So he's closing them, and now you can just walk through them without having to go in a circle. Never knew that. And it looks like for that Queen's Fire, there's some injuries, by the way, that's happening right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much that. So then I hear about this active shooter in Brooklyn. So here, long story about this active shooter. Because here's what happens, right? First, I hear about an active shooter. Then it turns out it's a police-involved shooting. Then they're saying it's an FBI-involved shooting. FBI, right? So this video I made for YouTube real quick, probably will be released later today or whatever. At first, I saw him throw that crowbar or whatever that tool is on a piece of rope. And I was just thinking, what the hell is he going to do with that? This is what he does. Wow. That is crazy. I've never ever seen that before. Until today. This morning. So if I had to speculate what their plan was here, I'm going to assume there was an entry team on that perp's door, right? With the, you know, your ramming device and your tactical team equipped with, I do believe I seen them with M4s, right? And they had a huge shield, if I can find that clip. This guy looked like they were ready for like some kind of medieval war, like they were out of Game of Thrones or something. So yeah, I went around to get a better shot. And you'll see this, I did a quick clip on Instagram as well, this shot right here. Boom. Sometimes you gotta do things old school, you know? I mean, I'm sure you've heard of like, you know, SWAT teams like putting flashbangs on windows and blowing them and perps go deaf and stuff, but this definitely wasn't the case. I believe this crowbar on a rope was a diversion for the perp to get distracted, thinking, oh wow, should I go to the windows because there's a SWAT team about to jump in through the windows and shoot me? Or do I worry about my door that's currently being banged down with the ramming rod or whatever the tool is? So I definitely think it was a great move what they did here. So anyway, they do that several times. They pretty much break all the windows. I just think it was a big distraction. Yeah, this is actually pretty long. Then something happens. You see flashes of light. They must have went into a dark room, and with their tactical lights on their pressure switches on the foregrip of their M4 rifles, or carbines, I should say. That's what probably were the flashing lights. Unless they use a flashbang, but I did not hear a flashbang. You could hear yelling. You can hear snaps of a camera from my good friend Lloyd Mitchell from the New York Post, right next to me. Let's see. I believe Robert from New York Post was there as well. Robert Massia, I believe. Cool guy, cool guy, cool guys. Most photographers are cool guys. EMS goes in right here. I don't know what was going through his head. He was about to go in there, and he must have forgot something. Oh, wait a minute. I think he forgot his helmet, maybe. Was that blood on the curtains? I don't know. Let's go check it out. I don't know. It looks just like soiled or dirty curtains to me, honestly. So yeah, boom, they bring him out. This is the perp right here. They bring him out. Apparently he's smart enough to get a shaved haircut like that, but not smart enough when approached by the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, by Agent Mulder and Agent Scully. Is that how the X-Files song went? By the way, I forget which FBI girl. So that's the video that's gonna go on YouTube, but that's not the whole video. Because this video I recorded is so long that I didn't have the time to put all these clips together. I just edited those two shots, the main shots, the window smashing and the perp on the stretcher. Oh, this is a good shot of K9. I should have put that in. He was coming at me like he's ready for some Asian lunch or something, or some early morning Asian breakfast. I don't know. This is one of the FBI guys. When I showed up, he's like, "Oh, excuse me, sir. You can't go back there." I'm like, "Are you Agent Mulder?" No, I didn't say that. But if you were on my Instagram live, you would see that I was like, "Oh, does it matter if I have press credentials?" And he was like, no, I said, "Does it matter if I have NYPD press credentials?" He was like, "Nope." But they didn't want me too close to the caution tape because it was near the perp's apartment. So potentially he could have shot me, but I don't know if you saw what I was wearing. But yes, it is smart for a stringer to wear body armor in a shooter type situation. Actually, it was this FBI girl that showed up. And the funny thing was, I don't know what it was about me. I don't know if it was because I was wearing navy or I had body armor on. She walked past me, looked at me, and said, "I'm going to go through." And I'm like, "Oh, sure, Agent Scully." And then she laughed. And then she also showed me her FBI badge. So I thought that was a funny situation. Let's see here. This is a headache just going through these clips. Got a interview with a guy. At this point, it was still considered an active shooter. However, at this point, we didn't even know it was an FBI shooting. So, let's see what else we can dig up real quick, because I'm ready to go to sleep here. Just real quick. Nope, that's not a clip. Why do I keep going to the same clips? There we go. FBI. Never seen FBI in action before, so I thought it was pretty interesting. And I thought they'd be all like... some of them were actually tactically outfitted. Some of them just look like plain clothes, you know? See, they did push that crime scene back. But you had all kinds of units. You even had snipers that were entering the opposite building. And I have no idea what this is. Looks like padding or something. Some kind of tools. More ESU showing up. Alejandro, I already sent you that FBI video. It's on the group chat. Unlisted video, you can check it out there, Alejandro. But you won't see all these clips, Alejandro. This was the massive shield that I was telling you guys about. I've never seen a shield this massive. Like I said, it looks like it was out of Game of Thrones or some kind of medieval war. But that looks like something that you would completely shield yourself and your team for a door or entry that is that high. Kind of crazy. Never seen that. Look at that. All he needed was a spear to go with that. Then they could say, NYPD Emergency Services Unit. Tip of the spear. Alright, I'm getting tired here. Oh, look. NYPD Teru was on scene. Right? You notice the FBI, they like the tan vests. They like the tan vests. Tan is actually pretty cool. It's pretty tactical. Tan, and I believe that's coyote tan, if I'm not mistaken, or olive drab. I don't know. I'm kind of colorblind. But you've got the yellow text as well. I don't know. I think that looks more tactical, though. My vest is black with white lettering. More FBI. I don't know what that is. Padding. Apparently it looks heavy. I've seen this guy before. I don't know where. I don't know what's in his shirt either. You got the captain, NYPD captain. You got ESU in the rush. I believe that's a microphone. I've seen that stick that microphone down a window from the roof before. If you watch my other barricaded video. Wow, 30 minutes in, I talk a lot. I should have put this in the main video as well. This is some higher up that showed up in a Ford Escape. Yep, Ford Escape are unmarked vehicles too. Let's see. Oh, captain, huh? I'm gonna see where those FBI girls at. Because I know at the end a whole bunch of them showed up. This is you don't see this too often either. The riot shield helmet. So, but he's SRG though. I'm surprised he didn't have his M4. One of the FBI girls, plain clothes. More equipment here. This here, I believe, is the either the Team Wendy helmet or the OpScore helmet. Ballistic though. It doesn't have the holes. I believe that's the same FBI girl. Let's just call her Agent Scully. Mulder! Where are you? Scully! I'm abducted by aliens, Scully. Help me! The plastic zip ties, cuff things. And I have no idea what this thing on wheels are. But, you do see a robot here. Let's look for the robot, damn it. Hey, Lloyd, remember I told you about that robot? Here's the robot, if you're watching this. Some kind of news helicopter, probably. I'm guessing. Where's the robot? And who's that photog? He must be FBI. At some point, I just leave the camera on because camcorders are awesome to leave on and forget about. There's another FBI girl. I haven't seen not one Asian FBI girl yet. All right, let's put this part is called "Let's put our M4s away." I see they even have a I forget the name of this red dot sight, but they're known for being super light. Is it a T1? I forget. You got any tactical fans here? Maybe you guys can But that Bearcat is awesome. J. Cole, this is an FBI involved shooting. They went to try and apprehend a Queens murder suspect from from years ago, and it did not go well. He barricaded himself. They arrested him. I mean, it was like a 3-hour standoff, right? Yeah. I believe this is the ESU CO. I don't know if he's a captain or what. HNT, hostage negotiation team, was on scene as well. So that was, I believe, the last jump of, let me just make sure here that I'm not missing anything. You guys saw the hit and run, the cabbie assault. Yeah, you guys pretty much saw everything. But yeah, while I'm here, I'm going to real quick try and convince you guys to check out what is our most popular. Oh, of course, LA shows up first, not Live Bloods NYC. I can't do Scott's laugh, by the way. Oh, look, live now. That's us. Anyway, I want to show you guys our most popular that is at now 961,000 views. So pretty much we need 39,000 views. And this, by the way, was only done 5 months ago. If you guys have not seen this video, it is our #1 video, and it's gonna be a million hits by this month. And that's gonna be awesome because I have never had a million hit video ever, right? So I actually should do a separate video explaining this, but I'm just gonna do this as quickly as possible. I go to take a piss at the McDonald's. I'm done taking a piss. I go back to my car. I listen on Bronx Division Radio 1013 in regards to at the McDonald's, and I realize this is the same McDonald's. I don't have time to grab my real camera or my DSLR at the time. Grab my cell phone and come back and run into this McDonald's, and this is what I see. So they arrest this dude, they take him out, and of course I'm recording. This part is funny. He tries to tell this guy to step back, but this guy is actually the anti-crime as well, and then they just both laugh at each other. So they arrest this guy, and then now I see the security guy running. Yeah, Scott going hard on the uploads. So do we. I think we're doing like 5 videos a night or something. So I'm running with the security guard, right? This guy says, "Oh, it's that guy." So now 2 anti-crime Bronx cops are right behind me. And we both are pointing who the perp is. And these guys go running after this perp. And of course, I'm running with them. And I feel like I'm on live PD. This is awesome. So they got this guy stopped. He took his shirt. He probably want to change his suspect descript, right? So they search him. He's like, "Why am I getting arrested?" Look what they say. "What am I getting arrested for? Get in the car." But hey, perp is a perp, right? And you'll later find out that he robbed the fruit vendor of like $200 in his pocket of cash. So then I go back here, and what's going on? Security guard is arrested? What the hell? So I asked the cop, and I think he might have been new because, you know, cops, you're not supposed to talk to the press. This guy, he wasn't a sergeant. He tells me, "Oh, he got arrested for possession of an ass bomb." I'm like, "Ass bomb?" I think he meant ass baton or whatever. Right? So, So I think he saw something on the camera that the security guard might have done. Who knows? Maybe the security guard like beat the shit out of the other guy, you know? So this is funny. The lieutenant says, back up. And then he says, oh, I don't know why you're recording. We record on our body cams. I mean, even if that's the case, it's not like we're going to have access to that unless a cop shoots somebody, and not until months and years from now to get access to those. You know, if we depended on police body cams for our source of videos, nothing, you would see nothing on the news. So I don't get smart. I never argue with cops. I never get smart with cops. However, what I say here, I think, is not what they were expecting.
I don't know why you're recording. Look, that was an awesome foot pursuit.
I say that was an awesome foot pursuit.
Just stay out of the way. That's what we have. No problem.
And the only thing that sucks about cell phone video is you can't zoom as well. And they try to block, but what are they going to do? They're going to put their two heads together. But so I interviewed the fruit vendor. He's like, oh, yeah, I got robbed $200 cash. So definitely check this video out. We're trying to get 1 million views on it. It is crazy. It is the #1 video we got. Definitely check it out. It's 8 minutes long. I just compressed 8 minutes into like 2 minutes. Yeah. So anyone joining us, we did like a whole recap of last night's jobs or stories or whatever. I'm going to go to bed right now. And that is all. And to summarize real quick, that was the purple punch a yellow cabbie got arrested by counterterrorism. The Thai high-rise fire. Oh yeah, this is them making 4th Century. The hit and run featured on ABC7 Eyewitness News. Posted that airing on Instagram and Facebook. FBI involved shooting. Hershey, I use a Baofeng UV5R. Cheap Asian radio. Yeah, FBI involved shooting. And that's pretty much it, folks. See you guys Friday night. I will try and go live. I usually forget. I'm not a big, huge live person. But, hey, I'm trying this thing out now where, hey, I'm doing like some nightly recap thing going on. So, catch you guys later.